Daily Broadside, day 999. Let me tell you about this stupid night, right? Or morning, I guess I should say. So, I got up this morning and went to the gym. And I had to be there at 6. So I get up at 5 and I'm looking around and I can't find the keys to my truck. The truck that I need to drive today because it's got some stuff in it that is necessary for what I'm going to be doing, right? And I'm looking around. Now, little backstory, I lost the main set of the keys to this truck like 2 months ago, and I can't for the life, I know it's somewhere. I didn't throw them away. They're somewhere on the property, but I can't for the life of me find them, right? So I'm looking around, I'm looking through 9 sets of keys, and I'm like, where am I? And then it hit me. They're in my girlfriend's car. It was at my house till 12:30 last night, and it's her day off. And I was like, this is bad. I said, and I told her last night, I was like, feel free to stay. And she's like, I would, but you got to get up at the crack of dawn, and I don't have to be anywhere until 11:30. And so you're just going to wake me up. And I was like, okay, fair enough. And so she left about 12:30. So I went to bed about 1. I waited till she got home, and then I passed out at 1 and got up at 5. So I've had 4 hours of sleep. And now I'm like, crap, I got to drive all the way up there and get her. And I got to wake her ass up. So I go up there and ring the doorbell, and fortunately the workout went a little long, so yeah, I didn't leave. I mean, it's 7:45. I've been up for almost 3 hours, you know, and I've driven halfway across the state, it seems. But anyway, I got my keys back, los llaves, and now we're back on schedule. So I'm probably an hour behind where I need to be today, but it is what it is. And kudos to Jesse Jackson Jr. I don't know if you heard what he said yesterday about all those dumb politicians and presidents and crap speaking at his father's funeral, but that took some gumption and balls to say what he said, and I appreciate it. Everybody's always trying to make a political stand about something when, you know, it has nothing to do with a funeral, you know? Don't be coming to my funeral talking about your stupid politics. I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. And quite frankly, you know what I think would help Congress? If we just got rid of the aisle. Like, there's no aisle. Like, you have to come in from the back. Like, just reconfigure the whole room. There's no aisles anywhere. It's just one big stadium seating, and everybody's got to scoot by, you know? And the big part of that is, do you face your ass to them or your crotch, you know? I think you do your crotch because it's more dominant. But yeah, he was like, basically like, yesterday, I listened while 3 presidents spewed a bunch of political rhetoric talking about my father. My father didn't even like them. And I was like, oh, this is awesome. Like, that's pretty cool. I'd like to hear the retort from Harris and Clinton and Biden and Obama and all these other nincompoops, as they call them, and see what their response to that is after he told them, we don't want any political footballs thrown around. Just talk about my dad or don't, you know? So, anyway, people just do what they want. It's all about holding on to the regime, you know, at any cost. Even the cost of someone's death, you know? And I'll tell you this. I've been all across this great land like Johnny Cash. And North Carolina barbecue is trash. I was arguing with somebody just this yesterday. In fact, it was that girl that whose house I just left. And she likes vinegar-based barbecue. I find it can be done really hastily and crappy. It has to be done very well for it to be any good. To me, Texas barbecue is where it's at. Get it. I've had the St. Louis, the Memphis, obviously all this mustard and vinegar-based crap. I'm telling you, Texas just does it right, you know? In fact, the places in North Carolina that I find to be the best barbecue are what do you call it? Are Texas-based joints, you know? So there's that. Now, last night I found really getting into these arcade bars. I could hang out in one of these places a lot longer than I think I could, you know? But there's a girl shooting pool. She's got like an America shirt on, and she's wearing Daisy Duke shorts that are basically just cut off jeans, and her white pockets are hanging out the front. She's a little on the heavier side, and every time she shoots pool, her entire ass is hanging out of her pants. And then her boyfriend, husband, whoever he was, who's shooting with her, has got a shirt that says professional leg opener. And I looked at her and I was like, I would hope that if I ever decided to wear a shirt like that out in public, professional leg opener, not worker, that you would stop me at the door and be like, please either put a sweatshirt on that doesn't come off or take that off, because that's like a mow in the yard shirt. I don't know why you'd own that in the first place, but I mean, do you really need to advertise that you're a professional leg? I mean, it's so corny. Like, it's like wearing a Big Johnson shirt, you know? It's just kind of dumb. Liquor in the front, poker in the rear. Like, why are you wearing that? Like, how old are you? You know? Speaking of which, after I left the bar last night, and I didn't play any games, you know? You had to have quarters, and I didn't have any quarters. I don't even think I had any bills small enough that I'd want to, like, I don't want $20 in quarters. I wasn't going to play that many games, so I just sat and watched people play games. But anyway, it's a cool ambiance, as it were. A little rainy out, but it is what it is. So I get back, and I made bang bang shrimp and this salmon gorgonzola salad, and I'm telling you right now, I've almost perfected my bang bang shrimp. One of the keys is a nice amount of sea salt in the sauce to go with the chili sauce and the sriracha and all that. But more importantly, you got to get the oil to 300 degrees before you flash fry these shrimp. And a nice, like, at least 3-hour milk bath for the shrimp, I find, par excellence. That's all I'm saying. And when you do that, you know, bang bang shrimp, to me, firecracker shrimp, whatever the hell you want to call it, because I think Bonefish might have bang bang on lockdown. I don't know if you can use that in other places, because it's always called something different. But continuing, somebody's always calling me. Once you figure out how to make it, it's so simple. Like, you would never pay $15.99 for that appetizer ever again. You know, you can buy a whole thing of shrimp for $8, and the ingredients, the rest of it stuff, you know, it's going to cost you the first time. I mean, you don't have free sriracha, but once you own it, it takes a long time to use that much sriracha. You know, you can make 1,000 shrimp before you run out of that stuff. But just like creme brulee, you'll never buy it again in a restaurant, because you're like, I can make this in my house. But then I thought to myself, I was like, I bet those people at Bonefish gotta hate it, because it's kind of it's a process. I mean, it's not easy to make, and they've got to make it to order. You know, it takes 1 to 3 minutes to cook the shrimp, and then they get cold. So, like, you got to get that stuff and head it out. Like, I bet there's just like a full-time, like, shrimp frying dude in there, I guess, unless those are somehow breaded, frozen, and then they just heat them up. Maybe they do that. They got to. They can't make those things fresh, because everybody orders that crap. And if you don't know what I'm talking about with Bonefish, you need to move to the East Coast, because it's a very good restaurant. As far as fish goes, at not being at the beach, it's the ticket right there. Y'all have a great one. Thank you.